Okay, so today I'm talking about homework in the classroom and learning at home, which is all about the Khan Academy. So Salman Khan in 2006 was just a hedge fund manager in New York, I think, and he used to tutor his cousins in maths, and then he started doing YouTube videos so that they could kind of look at things themselves and go back and what have you. And then obviously with it being on YouTube, it was very public, and it actually became really popular, and other people started watching it, and he started to receive feedback from teachers about how it's helping children learn information that before they had struggled with, because the way it works, his videos are, I don't know what type of software it is, but he can kind of write out and you can see as if it's being handwritten, so it's as if he's in a classroom. But obviously it's on a YouTube video. So now you can see 242,569,453 video views, so it has kind of exploded and has become huge, and that is only since 2006. And one of the reasons that it is popular is because people are being able to go back and to be going back, and rather than just in a classroom setting where it's just all spewed out, they can go back to where they're stuck and what have you. And he started to hear from teachers that what they were doing was they were basically flipping the classroom. They were sending their kids away to go and be watching these videos at home, and then they would be coming into school and they would be doing tasks and assignments on that rather than sending them away and doing it in school at home. So basically, is the Khan Academy the only one of its type? He's not the only one with this idea. There was, for example, Jonathan Bergman and Aaron Sams, they were chemistry teachers, I think in America as well, and they had kids struggling with their classes, so what they started to do was to come up with videos and to be sending their students away. And they once again found that it was really good, and students were learning a lot more than they were just in their classrooms. And they also put it down to the fact that kids can rewind and they can be going back to where they're stuck and watching it over and over again. They can watch past videos to be, if you know, as you find in school, you understand parts and then you just completely lose it, but the teacher keeps going, and so they have the chance to be going back to past lessons almost, and to be making sure that all the skills are known across the board. So there are other models, but they're the kind of same model, but the elements of them are different and they do it different ways. But the Khan Academy is the one, as you can see, that has taken off, and he now has a website which has all different tasks and assignments for teachers to be giving out to their students, which is something that the other models don't have. So, breaking news. This is a really good thing for education. It was posted, well, it was 4 days ago when I looked at it, which means it's now like 6 days ago. Idaho are actually going to be trialing the Khan Academy. So they're going to be giving it to schools and to be basically using his model of watching videos at home, and in class it's more task-based. But what it means is that people are starting to listen, and that there is a change and people are starting to see a new way to do things. And the fact that it is a statewide program is huge. I don't know, in a long time, if anything, has kind of made such a big impact. And for the fact that he only started in 2006 and for it to already be this big, it's really good news. So hopefully it's the start of education changing into the modern day. So why is it so popular? Why do people like it other than they can go back with videos? There's lots of different elements and I cannot cover all of them today, so I'm just going to kind of talk about a few. One thing that there seems to be is the student-teacher engagement. Now that sounds a bit strange when you think they're learning everything at home, but it's not their teacher who's doing it. But what it allows is in the classroom is for a lot of student-teacher engagement for practice and when they need help. Because if you think when a teacher is normally just speaking, you don't get one-on-one contact, there isn't much time for it. And that's due not necessarily down just to the teacher, but it's the whole traditional model of education. And Lingard, Martino, Mills and Barr found that when there is a good student-teacher relationship, academic success tends to kind of go through the roof a lot more, and it can be quite a strong predictor of how well students are going to do, and so that's what this model is allowing for. And Rogers and Rader Roth, which I think is an awesome name, found that the problem is that lots of traditional schools, as I said, don't use this model and just can't allow for it. So hopefully moving more towards this Khan Academy style would allow for student engagement to increase. Tailoring of learning, obviously, as I say, teachers can assign tasks for students to do, and they can see exactly what students are doing, what scores they get on the Khan Academy website, what videos they're watching, how often they're rewinding, and where they're getting stuck. But you can also be doing this yourself, and you can go on the Khan Academy, it's all free, and it has information, everything from maths to history and what have you. So you really can tailor it to yourself. The teacher can tailor it to students or to their whole class for exactly what's going on, and it really allows a lot of flexibility. And exploration is encouraged, and it is okay to be wrong. They encourage for students to be looking at how they want to answer questions and trying different methods and what answer they come up with, rather than just, this is it, you're just wrong, blah, blah, blah. So it allows kids to be a bit more flexible in their learning, and obviously they want them to come to the right answer, and that does happen, but it just allows a little bit more flexibility. And with the directed undirected approach, I talked about this in my last blog. I think part of it works is because it's using both the undirected and directed model. When it comes to the undirected model, I think because kids are being sent away, yes, it's homework, but they have to motivate themselves to sit down and to be watching this video and to be understanding it, so when they come into class they can actually do the tasks. And for young kids that can take, quite a lot of motivation, so it encourages that side to it. With the directed approach, there's still a lot of assistance given to kids. Obviously with the videos, they're really in-depth, and then when they're in the classroom, you're working with other students, the teachers can help more. So I think whilst it encourages independence, I think it also ensures that everybody is understanding everything and everything's understood. So to conclude, I think the way in which the Khan Academy is using technology with the tasks that can be set online and teachers being able to see exactly what's going on, but also independently being able to view different videos and going back and forward, I think it's really different, and I think it's really good. And I think it does increase the engagement. I think it's more interesting for kids. I think if they feel like they're starting to understand, then they're more motivated to keep going. And I think there's a lot less chance of kids falling through. It's so easy for kids just to get lost in the current day system. But this ensures that because the teachers can be checking, and also you can go independently, that you're remembering the information and you're learning it consistently. So I think it's very good, and hopefully everyone starts following Idaho and it gets used more. So that's it. Thank you very much. Are there any questions? No?
That's great. I'll have a look at your blog.
There's a TED, I meant to say that. There's a TED talk that he speaks about it a lot better than I do, so, and it's a lot more interesting, but it is good.
Are you going to be talking about the TED Talk, or about the Khan Academy again?
Yeah, I'm talking next, well.
There have been some criticisms that I think need to be.
Okay.
Yeah, have a look at what the criticisms are and see if you feel that they're valid criticisms.
Well, because when I was looking at the literature, most of it was all just in favour.
Yeah, but there have been a few criticisms about the whole flipping classroom idea.
Okay, I will do that.
I don't know what they are, so I don't know whether they're baseless or whether they're actually, well-grounded, or if they're just somebody who didn't think of it first.
Yeah. Next blog then.
Do you think universities already implemented with podcasts and that kind of stuff?
I don't think universities do implement it in the same way. Some places have podcasts, some don't, and some have videos and some don't, and I don't think the complexity of the technology is anywhere near the same at all. I think it is still mainly textbook. Oh, it could be easily. It's so easy to do, but it's just not. It's still textbooks and just some PowerPoint slides. That's it.
Obviously we can get podcasts, so if there's part of the lecture we zone out or didn't, we can then go back and listen to that certain area.
But then it's still based on what the lecturer said, whereas what this allows is really in-depth explanations rather than just, it's not just a video of someone talking, it's them working out a maths equation.
Is that, you know, podcasts that we're used to in university are like an hour-long lecture that somebody's recorded. Or
These are like
2-hour-long
8
lecture.
minutes
These are like
long.
5, 6,
Yeah.
7 minutes of, you know, here is a concept that you need to know something about. If you
Well-
don't understand this concept, and the other thing is, if you do know something about the area, you don't have to sit and listen to 2 hours for the 7 minutes that you didn't know before.
Well, it's like one parent wrote in and said that their autistic child was really struggling in school, but when he had the chance to use this and just focus in, then he did absolutely fine and caught up. So it's just the
And we were
tailoring.
looking for grant money in the school to introduce a Khan Academy type teaching for our stats. Didn't get the money, but that would have been lovely.
He does have some stats lectures if anyone's struggling
He
with their
does, but
dissertation. I've not looked at them though. No, I haven't looked at them.
They're really, really basic.
Oh, okay.
Mean, median,
Well, it's more like primary, high school kind of.
or your first semester in university.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it? Can you turn off the camera?